Hey everyone, this is the bonus podcast. 4 of us here because there's a special occasion, right? EuroBasket 2025 is coming up, and we have, I would say, one of the most popular, one of the most controversial podcasts that we have before each season, before each tournament starts. And this is the EuroBasket Power Rankings that we're gonna present with these gentlemen, Augustas Šadauskas. Rytis Šadauskas.
You forgot his name or
no,
what?
I just looked and I combined Gytis and Rytis and had some crazy scenarios in my mind. So I'm glad to have you here.
Pause that shit. Redo the intro, man. Redo the intro, please.
We roll.
It's fine. Come on.
It's
man.
life. It's
Come
life.
on,
It's
guys.
life.
God.
Life is strange. Life is
I'm not
strange.
judging, but come on.
Before the podcast,
Rytis is liberal.
Rytis offered me to touch his leg and wanted to take off his
Now I'm
pants.
confused.
What are
Now
you doing?
I'm confused about
This
this
was-
corner,
this
really.
was- This was what was happening. So
What is going
We
on?
can- it's on the record,
facts.
actually.
Straight facts.
Maybe let's start with the power rankings that we had. You have this unique system.
Yep.
We're gonna reveal our picks because it's gonna be like combination of all 4 power rankings that we did, and we're gonna present the
Basically, average positions.
combined power ranking of our bonus podcast crew. Right? We might have some disagreements, but we'll see.
We'll see, and I think there's nothing controversial about the first team
Hopefully.
in the power
Hopefully.
rankings. Let's see. Let's reveal. It's Serbia. Nothing surprising here.
So, if Serbia is not winning the gold medal in the EuroBasket, could we consider it as a failure, like fiasco, like we say in Lithuania? Disappointment, surprise, shocker? How would you call it?
Disappointment, I would
Heartbreak.
say.
I would say a heartbreak. I think this team has been to the World Cup final. They have an Olympic medal, but they don't have the title. And Bogdan Bogdanovic, one of the FIBA greats, doesn't have any gold medals with Serbia. So it's time for them to win. They have the best roster. They have the best player. They have the chemistry from the previous years, from the
Continuity.
last year's Olympics, and with Pesic at the wheel, it's time, because the last EuroBasket was a failure. That was a failure in 2022.
That was a fiasco.
They lost to Italy, and people were questioning whether Pesic should stay, actually.
We were questioning
We
it
were
as well.
questioning that. For Jokic, it was not a good tournament. And I think it's just the right time for them to finally win the EuroBasket.
And I would add that the competition is weaker this year compared to, let's say, 2022. It felt like 2022 there were more teams competing for the gold. I think France was stronger. I think Germany was.
But
getting
Germany
there.
was just rising.
Yeah.
It was their
But
first
Slovenia
actual summer.
was,
But Slovenia
they
was
were
great.
the
was still
defending
great.
champions with,
Yeah.
with all the
France
best
was
players.
And
Greece was
obviously-
also well constructed with all the main players at their peak.
But Spain won.
Yeah. But Spain won.
That's how basketball, the game of basketball is played. All these powerhouses compete and Spain wins it.
But I think we're obviously expecting, especially looking at their prep games, we see them dominate against every team. We see how Nikola Jokic is even better this year, how Augusta said that the game is revolving around him even more. And I wouldn't expect anything less but the final. If they lose the final, I mean, it's just one game. You never know what's going to happen in one game. But I think if they don't make the final, that's already a big, big disappointment.
Yeah, they have to win, no doubt. And almost the same lineup as last year. It helps. And I think it's kind of, for me, it's like Germany's scenario in 23 World Cup, where they were rising, always nearby. You could feel it that they were about to win. To me, it's with this Serbia team. I have the same feeling. So I don't know. You have Jokic. You will find a way how to play that defense. Although when we did the first clip about Serbia, a lot of Serbians were like in the comment section, were like,
Every time somebody
mentions us as a heavy favorites, we fail. And I think Serbians are afraid of that. But we can't deny the fact that they are the main favorites, and they're just too good, and they should win this tournament. And I think they are going to do it.
Arguably, they have the best roster when you look at the last 3 tournaments. I think this is the best roster, because the guys that are in the NBA, like Jovic, like Topic, those guys weren't at the level that they are at right now. Even Petrushev, everyone now from the young guys is a bit more mature, is ready to play, and obviously we got some guys in their prime like Jokic and Bogdanovic.
The only thing I would say is that Micic is not in top shape.
Yeah,
And
But
that's-
Micic wasn't in a top shape in Paris
2020.
Olympics as
I know,
well.
I know.
Yeah,
It's
and
the same
didn't make
The
any
situation.
national
difference.
team is more about Alex Avramovic.
Yeah, he fits
yeah.
better with Bogey and Jokic there as well. Alexei is like the perfect guy next to them.
So yeah, do we have anything else to add?
Number
Donatas?
2, team number 2
That's in
is
team
more
number two.
intriguing.
Germany.
Germany.
I'm not surprised.
Did everyone put Germany at 2?
I did.
I did as well. Okay, so
Me too.
we all think Germany,
No surprises
defending
here,
champs
honestly.
of the World Cup.
No surprises here. I know that they don't have all the best players they could have, but they have the guys that they need. There's a new coach, so maybe there will be some changes, but I don't expect any radical changes.
Yeah.
You play to your strengths, and this is such a talented team, so skilled, and they can be deadly in the fast breaks. You don't need to change the system. You just need to continue what Gordy Herbert has been doing. With Dennis Schroeder as an established leader, with Franz Wagner, with all the different lineups they can play with the bigs, they are one of the most complete teams in this tournament, on defense and on offense as well.
Yeah.
They should win a medal. I'm not sure what kind of medal. It depends on who they face in the semifinal on the bracket. There are upsets almost every tournament, but if they don't get to the semifinal, I will be shocked.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That would be an upset. And some people mention like they're older each year, and that is true. Some guys like really can feel this. But they have Franz Wagner that only gets better by each year. He's still on the rise. They have Tristan da Silva now. They have Maodo Law as well, who is a lot of different creators. You have so many different options.
Yeah.
You have bigs who can stretch the floor.
You have FIBA and the Ops.
FIBA and the Ops there as an option. So you have guys that are slashers, and you have with Mumbru an aggressive defense that he really likes to use. So and you still have
there's
FIBA
a
Dennis.
difference between older and too old.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
older doesn't mean you're washed.
Yeah.
Dennis Schroeder might be older, but he's just as good.
Yeah.
And too old is like when you're past your prime.
Yeah. It's not that.
I don't see any players past their prime. Daniel Theis joined Monaco, and we saw what kind of force he was in the EuroLeague.
I had some concerns a few weeks ago when we spoke about Germany, but those concerns were based on some health reasons. For instance, you don't have Mo Wagner, and Daniel Theis had issues starting from the EuroLeague playoffs. Then during the offseason, he had this break, but he returned in a solid shape. You don't see any setback in his game, and that's the main reason to think that they should be fine. They should be good. We could have concerns about the coaching change, but at the same time, as Rita said, you have to be stupid you should be stupid if you would start making big changes in a team which has a solid core, great continuity. They really fit well together, so there's no need to make any drastic changes. So they should be fine. They should be fine.
Let's
They
see
should win the third medal in
in
4 years.
tournaments. Just 2022 they didn't win. Oh, they won.
No.
bronze.
They won. They started from
No,
bronze
no,
to
no, no.
medal. They didn't win in the Olympics.
The
only
Olympics,
last
sorry.
year.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, number
Next.
3.
Number 3. I mean, this also should be no surprise. Yeah, France.
Well, I put Greece at 3.
Really?
Yeah,
Me too.
I don't believe in this France as much as I believe in this Greece. But we now are speaking about France.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's just one of the very few national teams that can afford to not have 6 of their best players and still be one of the favorites.
Yeah.
There's so
Basically
many.
France too. This team is France too.
Yes, there are so many players absent, but they are still one of the favorites. And fair enough that you have doubts. I also have doubts, but I'm still looking at the potential and the quality. And actually, if I look at the perimeter players, the situation is maybe even better than it was in the last EuroBasket when they heavily depended on Thomas Hurtel. They have more options now. Francisco, Maledon. A few years ago, we didn't look at them as national team material. Now we're looking at them as possibly the main creators, the main playmakers. Strozell made a huge step forward.
I mean,
so
you have Cordinier and Bilal
Cordinia
Koulibaly
is
at
there
the
also.
wing.
Yeah. I know that you know in the past you would associate their great victories with Nicolas Batum, for example, and there's this big void to fill in the locker room and on the court as well.
Batum, Dia.
But still, with all the depth they have and the quality and the experience, it's fair to rank them at 3 or 4 in the power rankings.
I'll voice my concerns about them. I think they're a bit too young. I think they're missing those veteran leaders in Batum, in Gobert, even.
I don't think Gobert is a leader in any way, shape, or form.
Well, at least.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm on Nate's side on this.
Direct he was.
Well, he was a veteran player on the team, I guess.
He was
I'll say.
benched last year.
And I just think there's a lot of talent, but we've seen this team have a lot of talent before and just not gel together. EuroBasket 2022 is a perfect example. Evan Fournier is not there as well, which is making me think that they're missing that sort of established French national team leader in there too. So Gershon Yabusele is the name probably we'll talk about when we talk about who's their leader right now. So when you have only Gershon there, I'm not sure.
But I'm not buying the 2022 EuroBasket as an example. I know they played ugly, but they played in the final. That's France.
That's the way to win games as well. That's the way to win
That's
games
France.
as well. Yeah, we won some ugly medals with Lithuania as well, so it still counts. I just join your concern. I mean, my concern is something that divides them from being ranked number 3 or number 4, number 5. So it's not actually a big concern. But as I mentioned, all these guys, okay, Francisco, Maladon, Koulibaly, even Cordinier or Kobo, they are great as individuals. I really like them, and I think that they fit well. I liked what I saw from preparation games, but they're still unproven at this elite level. When you look at these names, even Jalen Horde, I mean, love those guys. They played in non-playoff teams last year in the Euro. Like they didn't manage to win yet together on the French national team, on the national team level. So this is something that's going to be tested with the new coach, with the new system. It might take some time, but I like what I saw. They can defend. They're intense. They play a lot of small ball, at least from what I saw in the preparation games. Like if Strazel is getting trust, as I mentioned in the draft episode as well. A lot of things to like about that team. So they should be good. I was just not very confident about ranking them number 3.
I don't know. To me, top 3 is kind of, and then there's a gap. So we have probably Greece at 4. I also had Greece at 4. So we could start talking also about that, like why I did not put Greece at 3 and
maybe
you
let's wait for the number 4.
Yeah,
okay?
let's reveal it right now.
It's Greece. It's Greece.
I didn't
Okay.
put Greece at 4.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
I didn't.
Okay.
So
I had Turkey.
Good pick.
So just Greece. I mean, I look at the roster, and apart from Giannis, and I know he's a big part of the team, the depth in France and the depth in Greece are like 2 different worlds. Giannis will change a lot of things, but I just don't see. I see too much versatility for France. That's why I see them as a top 3 contender, and I wouldn't be surprised if they win medals. I would be a bit surprised if Greece win medals, although with this not super stacked EuroBasket, I could definitely see them sneaking in. And the way they look in the friendlies also kind of leaves a positive impression.
My impression on Greece from the last few tournaments is that Giannis is born in the wrong generation and he's not surrounded with the players he needs. He needs as many shooters around him as possible. Maybe this year the situation is a bit better than it was in Paris.
It is better.
It is better, so they could have better spacing around Giannis. But I did put Turkey ahead of them because I'm kind of excited about the potential that Ataman has in his hands.
Yeah, we'll talk about Turkey.
So we will
when
get to
their
them.
turn comes.
I'm just saying why I put them in front of Greece. But what you said, Augustus, is a great point because, in my opinion, right now in international basketball, if, let's say, hypothetically, all national teams have all the best players available, there is such a big gap between the 5 best nations, like USA, Canada, Serbia, Germany, France. And then there's just this huge gap between the rest of the world. There are superstars on their own, like Doncic, Giannis, Markkanen, and others, but the teams don't match the big 5 that I've just mentioned.
Yeah,
I don't know. They have one of the best players in the world. The team fits nicely around him with Slukas and Dorsey
Instead
in
of
comparison
Kalates.
of Kalates and Volkov from the last year.
Yeah.
They're well coached. There's good chemistry. So and the powerhouses you mentioned, they're not playing in the tournament, or some teams are missing star players. So I think that what makes Greece high on my list, and that's why I put them
Yeah.
third actually in my ranking.
Oh,
but,
yes. Yes,
but
and
They
here
ended
is-
up fourth on average.
Yeah.
Okay, who's next?
Turkey.
Turkey, yeah, that's I
So
probably
far, that's my list on the screen. So
Okay.
I probably should start because I ranked them higher. It has nothing to do with yesterday's game. It's just that Alperen Şengün is now even more mature, and I can see them running their whole offense through him, just like Serbia plays through Jokic. He does more or less the same things, and he's strong, posting up. He can face the basket. He can pass the ball, and having Shane Larkin constantly running around him with all the handoffs and everything they do. Jerry Osman to complement that lineup. They will play two bigs all the time. That's something that Ataman has to figure out, which lineups are the best, who is the best fit next to Şengün, whether it's Ercan Osmani, whether it's one of the centers that they have available. I think it's probably Osmani, but they also have Shanli. Yurtseven is kind of out of place in this team. I don't see how he fits in
They
here.
played the Dembona
Because
as
they
well.
got Bona.
And
yeah.
then Bona, yeah, as a rim protector, he's
Yeah.
good. So I think the core of 6 or 7 players is really, really strong, and sometimes it's just enough for the tournament. And you can have Shahmouz Khazer or Sipahi as your next guard, as long as you have Shane Larkin there.
The good thing is that you don't need to load everything on Larkin's shoulders, right? You have Şengün. You can play through him a lot, and I wouldn't like to rely on Shane Larkin if he was my main option. Now the conversation is different, and I think that Shane will complement real well as being this basically secondary ball handler on that team.
And that really,
Regarding depth, I don't think that especially Ataman needs a lot of depth.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Even
he will
the
play
EuroLeague season of 100 games.
34 minutes for the starting lineup.
So I think
My
they're
only
really
concern, and I don't really put it into perspective when I do the power rankings, but it is a concern, is their track record. They don't do good in these competitions if they don't play at home. Like in 2022, they had a good roster. I know there were different problems. Şengün was younger, not as mature as he is now. Larkin was injured.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing, but the names were the same.
Yeah.
And it didn't deliver.
To me, two things with Turkey. I like them at 5. They can go really far in the tournament, I think. They have a lot of talent, but guard depth is what scares me a little bit. And I know Şengün can take a little bit, but still, it scares me. And then how they will deal with adversity. Because so far, lately, Turkey, when they are hit by adversity, when they're losing, they're not that team to actually kind of come back in games. If they feel comfortable, they are okay. But once they start losing a little bit, then it's kind of, really quickly can get over. So that is my concern, and just judging based on history, more than on what this team is capable.
Fair
for.
enough. Track record, just what I said.
Yeah. Number 6.
Number 6.
Lithuania.
See where this
Okay.
is my list finishes. I had
Wow.
Lithuania at 7.
I had them lower as
I
well.
also had them lower.
I think I had
I
them
have
at,
no.
How did they end up?
at most at 6. I had them, but
How did they
It's
end up
no,
as
they're
very
not higher.
biased power.
So maybe
ranking.
other teams are really.
Yeah, we got
Maybe.
their average score is 6.75. So they're 6.
Well, the numbers don't lie.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think they are
So
sixth.
wait, I had them 7th.
I had them 6th.
I can't be honest because I don't have a list of teams I've listed because I just submitted the form and that's it. It's gone.
I saw someone putting some random shit in there.
Maybe I made a,
I think
a
I
misclick
had
or
them
a mistake.
8th or 7th
Whatever.
or
Okay.
9th. I
Well,
don't
we
know.
have what we
Yeah.
have now. We have what we have
Lithuania.
now.
Before yesterday, they were undefeated in the prep
Nobody
games.
gives a fuck
Well, a
about
lot
rather
of teams
they-
were, but their game looked pretty good. Let's admit that at least that
Against bottom teams.
yeah. Well, still they played some of the better teams too.
It's not about the preparation games, and I'm honestly not buying the fact that now they're gonna be this running team that will kill everyone with pace. They might do that against Great Britain or Sweden, but I'm not sure how well they would do against the top teams. What I am excited about is Rokas Jokubaitis running that offense. I think for so long we have been sort of a center-oriented team, and now it's time for us to be a guard-oriented team, and we do have a great guard. The problem is he's the only one. Who's going to be the next one? Sirvidis, maybe?
He had some nice
We
flashes.
need ball handlers and creators, and we don't have enough help for Rokas Jokubaitis. So my fear is that when we face a very aggressive team like Serbia or France, they will put so much pressure on Rokas, and without sufficient help, we will collapse as a team. But quarterfinal is where I do see us. Anything beyond that, we might need some luck. But quarterfinal would honestly be a step forward in comparison to our last EuroBasket experience. So we will see. I think there are some positives, but at the same time, I'm not buying the hype that I feel right now in Lithuania just because we outran some teams in preparation games.
Bottom teams.
Bottom team.
Do you guys feel like this team is better than last year's team that didn't qualify to the Olympics? Because at least the way they're playing, I like
think the
more.
idea is better. Not necessarily the players are better, but the idea, the way they want to play, I think it's...
Yeah, players on paper are actually
better.
worse.
Yeah, for sure.
But the idea is different. It was hard to watch Lithuania last year
And
in any game.
I think that
They're
eye
not,
test.
and they're kind of uncomfortable opponents. I see why you're not buying this idea about high-paced basketball, but this, they're pressuring everybody. They're committed. They don't have the ball is not stuck somewhere. They're moving the ball well. Kortanaitis have some ideas with off-ball movement and stuff. But as we saw against Turkey, when the game stops, then some problems occur, and that's what usually happens on the highest level in the four quarters, and that will be the biggest challenge. If you don't see Jokubaitis mid-range magic, if Sirvidis doesn't start playing like crazy like he did against Latvia in the second half or Turkey as well, if Valančiūnas doesn't get into his peak FIBA rhythm, as we were used to see him in those FIBA competition, then there's gonna be a problem.
There's another thing
Look.
I'm not buying.
What is it?
So many people are talking about Lithuania now being the hardest working team, the way they were started, everything from their aggressive defense. And it sounds nice as words, but then people are telling me that Margiris Normantas, Ignas Sergiūnas, Gytis Radzevičius, all these players will work so hard defensively, they will prevent the other team's leaders from scoring. These guys don't face EuroLeague players during the season. And I'm not even talking about NBA players. It's kind of hard for me to believe that all of a sudden there is this click and now Ignas Sergiūnas or Margiris Normantas will lock Shane Larkin
Good
or
ball
Bogdan
handlers,
Bogdanovic
basically.
or anybody else from that list.
Or like when Serbia does a lot of backdoor cuts and you're just playing aggressively, well, yeah, okay, we'll just backdoor cut and Jokic will find us. So
at the same time-
I think we're being too harsh.
pick
on
and roll
Lithuania.
defense is
Yeah,
another
we're too
thing.
harsh. I mean, that's their only way actually
But
to be
look.
competitive. So,
But look.
what they could do with this roster.
Yeah, but the thing is that I see the same problem. And when we are going to play in the half court, we are going to have problems. Then our half court plan, if the game slows, is to play Valančiūnas. But then we have a problem defensively, and
Pick and roll
it's kind
defense
of
is gonna be a nightmare.
cycle. That's how are we going to get out of this? And we are not talking. I think this team is going to go to quarterfinals, but I'm not sure they can go further than that.
Going further than that is already an amazing achievement for Lithuania. So it's not
Quarterfinal is an amazing achievement.
Quarterfinal is
semifinal.
okay.
Yeah,
Because
quarterfinal is
think
solid.
about it. Think about it.
No,
In
no,
the eighth
quarterfinals are
final, we would probably play Latvia or Turkey. And it will be tough in Riga.
Yeah.
So quarterfinal will be okay. Anything past that will be great.
Yeah, with this I agree.
Yeah.
With this I agree.
Okay, who's next?
Gotta be Italy.
Latvia.
I think Italy is being.
I think
we'll talk about Italy.
The host factor has an impact on the ranking.
For me,
it does. For me, it puts
me, it
Latvia
doesn't.
at least one or two positions higher than they should be.
I rank them.
Playing at
7.
home is really important.
And for such a hot and streaky team like Latvia, I
And
guess,
they're
right?
going to play the whole tournament at home, not just the part of it, the group stage and then the knockout
But
stage.
it depends. Sometimes it actually hurts teams that are not mentally ready for that.
It
Too much
could.
pressure. It's the question if they're actually that good. They have some injury problems with Žagars, for instance. They were like conceding 94 points per game
look,
in those
look,
friendlies.
first of all,
and it's not going to change a lot.
Let's
It's
be real.
Latvia.
They will, if they
Yeah.
win games, they will not win because of their defense.
by offense.
Yeah, but 94 points. That's crazy. So I don't know. To me,
If
they're
you score
super
100 is
unpredictable.
not that crazy.
True.
Look, Porzingis is finally there. There's a lot to be excited about. And I think the last World Cup without Porzingis convinced many people that Latvia is actually serious now.
Yeah.
They're literally one shot away from eliminating Germany,
Yeah.
who won the World Cup.
That was Dennis Schroeder disaster class. It was more about that.
It was.
Ooh,
But-
flashbacks, man.
But they're a serious team now. They do deserve respect. We used to talk about Latvia as some sort of a nice team that has shooters. They will not win anything, but they will play some beautiful basketball. Now I think they're serious with the coach, with Porzingis, with some other veteran players, with some younger guys. It depends a lot on health, whether Žalgiris will be ready, whether Porzingis stays healthy, because it's an issue for him. We'll see. They will have good offense. They will have probably bad defense, but playing at home might help.
Nah, I just had them at 9th just because of the defense.
And
Just
that's a
because
fair
of the
concern.
defense.
It's not a huge difference actually from our ranking.
I had in my
average
I
ranking.
had that one note that from top 3 for me is clear, and from 4 to 9
It's
it can be any kind, and I will be like, okay, your arguments are valid. You know, we'll
Okay.
see.
For
during
me,
the
actually,
tournament.
top 2 is only clear only. I mean, I'm not so
Yeah,
convinced
but
about France
I
yet.
went
They're
with-
unproven.
I went with,
They're unproven.
Greece. Okay,
Because
let's-
those first 2 teams are proven. France, with this new roster, they're unproven.
Let's pick up the pace because we don't have that much time and we have a lot of teams to reveal. Italy, finally there. Last year's team didn't convince me. Of course, they didn't have Fontecchio there, but I just feel like they aged a bit. They don't have a big, solid big in the center position.
They don't need that.
They never
They're good.
had.
Well, they had Bargnani actually, their best big probably. Yeah, they never had that. Their game is not about that. But I feel like that 2022 Italy that eliminated Serbia, those players aged. Nobody really replaced them, and I don't see that strength that I saw 3 years ago. I think
belief-
last year's tournament in Puerto Rico really was the
My belief in them will depend heavily on how Darius Thompson will fit in this team. If he becomes the floor general, he can be surrounded with all these great athletes, runners and shooters. They might cook something.
There's Momo Diouf at the center
Yeah.
from Virtus. He wasn't that bad
Yeah.
during the season. And if Thompson is solid, if Thompson is good, and you have Fontecchio, you have this high-speed basketball, you have Nico Melli sometimes playing at the 5, they can create a lot of problems. And I see, possessions where they can defend as well, like more than Latvia. But Latvia has the home court factor, so...
And especially with Darius Thompson at the point guard position instead of, Marcos Piso instantly creating mismatches.
But Potseko loves Pisu, and Marcos Pisu, Serbian audience remembers him very well. Let's
And
say
actually,
it that
Spaniolo
way.
had a great preparation so far. And when you see how those players thrive, like Spiso under Potseko, you're like, man, DiVincenzo would have helped that team more than Darius Thompson. I
With
think.
Dante DiVincenzo, I would even rank them top 4 probably.
No, I would rank them at least 6th.
Yeah, 6 would
Okay.
be.
I rank them 6 now.
Yeah, because
really?
it's Italy and
Yeah.
Augusta, so we're not surprised.
No.
Okay, who's next? We got Finland. Okay.
Wow, disrespect to Spain.
Yeah, it is a
Yep.
bit disrespectful.
And the
But
hype is real, right?
I think Lauri
playing at
Markkanen
home.
hype is the main factor here. Where did you put him? Where did you put Finland?
Finland, I think 10th.
I put them below Spain, I think.
I believe I
or Slovenia,
put
I
them
don't
at
remember.
Put them 9, I think.
10th in my list as well. I think they're the dark horse of the tournament. They're playing the group stage at home. Lauri Markkanen, again, during the friendlies, averaging 40 in 24 minutes. They're not playing great teams, though, so he's dominating, but he's just making every shot look so easy. Defense or no defense close to him, he's making every shot. They have great offensive system. I've loved watching them in the championships before, so that is why I think they can surprise some people. I think they will finish even second in the group stage, although I'm wearing this shirt.
Over Lithuania, right?
Yeah. And that might give them a chance to actually go as far as quarterfinals, and that will be already, I think.
And that's what they did
and
in the last
amazing.
EuroBasket.
But I think they have more chances to repeat that and maybe even create some kind of a miracle. Really, I see them doing what Latvia did it's EuroBasket. It's not World Cup, but just going really, really far.
Lauri Markkinen can be just unplayable on a given night. He's as close to Dirk as we have right now in FIBA.
He just needs more help, just like Dirk needed. So I don't know.
Right.
But I also put them somewhere around.
Yeah. Who's next?
So it's either Slovenia or Israel.
Israel. Israel before Spain and Slovenia.
Wow,
What?
the hype is real.
No, it's not the hype. It's.
I don't think it's a hype.
Let's see. Actually,
I had Spain at 8th.
okay, they're almost all tied, and that's why. They're almost all tied. They're all at 10.5.
Okay.
Finland,
All the-
Israel, and
Israel, Spain, and Slovenia are all
Okay.
at 10
So
and
is
a
it
half.
alphabetical order?
No, I don't think so. Yeah. We got Israel before the... Actually, that's the thing. Like,
before Spain and Slovenia.
Wow, that's harsh.
But Slovenia is a different story. But if you compare Israel to Spain,
yeah, that's...
Israel has the best player between the two teams,
I wanna
True.
see.
and the roster is kind of balanced.
Israel's roster, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
But it's just that Spain won.
I know, but
Their roster is
to me,
completely
power
different.
ranking is more about
you
judging
got-
the
what you got right
roster
now,
they
yeah.
have this year. It's less about what they did 3 years ago.
Yeah, but you have to include into consideration the culture, the track
coach.
record, the coach. Yeah, that's the main thing.
Of
And I
course.
watched them playing against France. They didn't look bad. You could think that they should be bad with this backcourt that they have, but they were actually, playing a team basketball and defensive basketball. So they have weapons.
So we can reveal the next two teams, actually. Just
Slovenia, Spain.
So Slovenia is even over Spain here.
But again, it's a
they're all
tie.
tied. So
I think I have Spain at 9th position, to be honest.
I had at 8th Spain.
I think Spain should be 10. I think Israel should be 12. And actually, I don't know about Slovenia. Slovenia, I'm not convinced about
So
whatsoever.
look, we did group stage predictions with you guys.
yeah.
Slovenia and Israel are playing in the same group.
yeah. We all put
Israel at
over
second
Slovenia.
and Slovenia third.
I put Slovenia 4th even. So you see.
To me, I'm not worried about Slovenia here. I'm worried about Spain at 12. I think that's a bit too harsh. But I know they're close. But Spain at 12, I mean, they will play with a lot of off-ball actions. They will play some crazy defenses. They will not be a comfortable matchup to anyone. We know that is going to happen. There is no other way Sergio Scariolo will play with this kind of roster. They will play some aggressive defense as well. And you will just match up with these junk defenses and you were like, we haven't seen this before in our lives. We haven't played against it. We don't know how to play. We haven't met this defense in the friendly games or in the group stage. And so, I don't know. They have some weapons offensively as well. So
I feel bad that we're going to put it out publicly with Spain 12, really.
I think this is a
We will have to fix it, I guess.
it's a bit of a mistake.
Doesn't make sense.
Gitas, did you put Spain in like 24th position
No,
on
I
your
put
own
them
ranking?
around here too.
Someone didn't rank Spain
but-
at all,
My
I think.
goodness.
They have them 12.
I might have put them below Israel. I might have, but definitely not Slovenia over Spain. Okay, who's next?
Poland.
Poland 13th. That's fair.
Yeah.
With Sohan, we could
Yeah.
discuss even
They
higher
would be
positions for
over
them.
Israel, in my eyes.
They would be in that pot, you know.
Still
Yeah.
pretty good, playing at home. I don't care about the semifinal in 2022. That was a fluke, but now they have Jordan Lloyd as an upgrade to the team. Balcerovski has a pretty solid center who
Matured.
actually improved. Ponitka is still one of the
Ponitka is
leaders,
Ponitka.
captain, right? And I'm
Jordan
not
Lloyd
sure about the
fits well,
players
yeah.
that will complement them, but why not? At home, at least they
It's
could
the
have
same-
they could have a good group stage.
It's the same core, really. The same Polish players that were playing 2022.
It's just my Polish heritage here talking. I will support them a little bit.
Okay.
What's next?
Let's see now, just sort of a little bit of a
Just
rundown.
put a few teams.
Yeah, Montenegro next. I guess Vucevic is carrying that. I would put Georgia over Montenegro. I don't know who. Why did you guys put Montenegro?
I
higher?
actually had Bosnia higher than Georgia when we did the predictions, but 2 days after that,
two players.
the news were
Key
announced
backcourt players
that
left.
they are losing main players, and now it's hard to say that you rank Bosnia above Georgia or Montenegro. So I think it's fair to have this ranking.
I would swap Georgia and Montenegro. Who's next? let's do two teams.
Czechia.
Czechia, and then okay. Now that makes sense, I guess, with Bosnia 17th behind Czechia.
What else?
What else do we have? Now we won't really comment as much. Let's just see. Okay, Belgium, pretty
Belgium
high.
is Belgium.
They're a good they're a good team.
Yeah,
Let's say
yeah.
it's not about the names. They're a good team. Estonia 19th. Iceland pretty high. For example, I don't know many players from Iceland,
Fredriksson and Hermansson.
but I saw
Undersized guards who
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
score.
And they have this continuity, same core, so
Sweden with an NBA player
just one.
maybe could have an argument over Iceland or Estonia,
Yeah.
but I'm not
It's
sure.
like- but we're just sort of guessing at this point
Mm-hmm.
with these last 5 teams even.
Portugal, Britain, and Cyprus.
Britain and Cyprus, you're correct. Yes.
Yeah.
That's our power ranking. Okay, so things we would change.
so Lithuania is too high for me.
Spain is too low.
Spain is disrespected. That's crazy.
Would you put Spain at 9?
I have them
would.
at 8.
I would.
Yeah, I don't know how.
I just can't put them lower than Finland. They are a
Maybe
dark
someone
horse, but
made some
it's okay.
mistakes
Yeah,
in
they're
here.
just
I
too
don't remember.
experienced.
Israel, not as much experience, and Slovenia just.
I had
just don't
Spain
have
at 10 or 11. I don't remember.
So you might be guilty for this.
Yeah, but as Gita said, it's a tie, and then they
Yeah.
are listed in
Yeah, someone had
in
Spain quite high.
alphabetical order or random order.
Yeah.
So, but
Anyways.
everything else.
The
top-
crazy thing is that Slovenia is 11th.
Yeah.
You put one player out from that roster, and they're
19th.
21st,
Yeah.
22nd,
But you put 2 players in and
and they
And they're
Top 6.
Top 8.
top
Top 8.
top 6. Come on.
8 at
You
least.
mean you put one Slovenian and then you put one American and they're top 6?
Yeah.
Don't
yeah.
they,
Not
don't
the
they have
first, nor
don't they
the
have
last
Alen
one.
Omish as naturalized player?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, but they would have someone else instead.
I mean, you put another American for Spain and they might win a EuroBasket again, you know?
True.
That could also happen. So yeah, guys,
Yeah.
let us know
That is it.
which places you agree, which places you don't agree.
And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe,
Comment.
comment,
Share.
What else?
share it with your
Report.
friends.
No reports.
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 Not good on YouTube, right? Okay.
Alrighty.
Tell your friends.